Alright, and we are back for Heart of Ruin, week 3.
Yay!
So, as we finished off, the group just left the upper staircase room of this unfortunate individual that's living in the town. As you meet back up with the rest of your companions that stayed down here with her, with you leaving, nothing all that much happened other than just keeping her content due to the unfortunate circumstance that she went through. Though, as you all make your way back to a singular group, the scene opens up as you begin to speak up about your overall plan moving forward.
So,
And
did you guys discover anything when you were up there?
We have deduced that they can melt through walls. No one is safe.
I will glance at you and then back to the lady, like, really? Did you have to say that in front of her?
Yes. It seems we should gather up everyone, have them. It's been suggested maybe a church might foil their attempts, if we can find one. If we just gather everyone together, they're safer with us, I guess, than without us. And then if we find a church, gather them there. Or if not,
Wellness?
leave town with them, I
Church
guess.
in this town?
no one goes to the church.
Why is that?
That was the area where they did most of the cleansing.
I see.
Cleansing how?
Burning people on sticks.
The church did, or the Raven Masked folk did?
The Raven Men did.
Were they reading like scripture and stuff as they were doing it? Did they strike you as seemingly holy men? Apart from burning your friends.
Your non-bedside manner seems to cut a little deep in here. Go ahead and roll a general charisma check.
Sure thing.
Somehow, even with
Give
how
her like a
bluntly
smile
you
and a wink, a punch on the shoulder afterwards. Like, you go get him, kid.
somehow with your blunt words, but your cheery optimism in the situation, it takes her out of going to a dark place as you casually bring up how everyone she's known has been burnt to the stake horribly. Uh, to be honest, when it started, I saw what they were doing, and with what I've seen on the side of the roads, I didn't take much effort into watching the endeavor, or who I lost any further.
Did they like bang on your door and try and get in? Saying like, by the will of God, like, let me in and stuff.
Yes.
Did they say those words? Did they say who sent
No,
them?
they tried to get in, saying that they were here to cleanse, that I needed to prove my holiness to them.
Holiness? I mean, that implies religion. Um, you're the person that came out the chimney. Did you recognise the clothes they were wearing? Did that look like local fashion?
She would think back on it before, like, looking back at you and shaking her head no. looked like slave rags.
That's a good thing. Means it's not town people. I mean, I've got more questions, but if you want to move somewhere safe, I would suggest a church. I can ask them there.
You can.
Assuming we'll have to clear out that area.
We're gonna move towards the next house that has signs of life and gather up folk before we head to the church. I'll scout from the air again, I suppose.
Perhaps you should head to the mayor's house.
I believe that it's a waste of time to go back to the mayor's house at this point.
I'm talking to the lady.
I believe it would be a waste of her time and more dangerous for her to go back to the mayor's house at this point. He doesn't want to leave and he can't protect her, so...
Very well, then onwards to the next house.
Before we move off, miss, like, a couple of days ago, did you hear a window break?
She thinks back. No.
Okay. Can we get your name? Instead of just calling you miss.
Lisa?
Nice to meet you, Lisa.
The same. So, as you all begin to move out, Vannon taking the cursory view of the sky, looking and guiding them to the next home that seems to show evidence of life. You come up on a single-storied small building that's built in between two other houses, showing no space in between them, kind of just scrunched together like a duplex. There we go. Except this house seems to be small and compared to the one next to it that looks to be a two-story house. It looks kind of odd.
Is there a chimney?
Yes.
Kane, do you want me to do the same again? I go peek through the window while you guys knock.
Yeah, that's fine.
As I
I'll
circle
go up and knock on the door.
while he's knocking, I'll circle around to see if any windows are broken or if the chimney's an open top chimney.
I'm cleaning the ground floor window.
Wait, so did we take a short rest?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh.
You're fine.
I
So,
hope.
It'll be fine. We're all gonna die.
as you move forward, checking windows, checking the roof, and the bulk of the group moving to the front door, aided with the presence of Lisa. Looking windows don't look to be broken. Rooftop seems to be in working order, and much to all the houses, it's a sealed chimney, so it's venting out smoke from its cone top.
I'm not checking the windows, I'm looking through the windows to try and check inside. I'll clean them up with prestidigitation, as I have been doing.
As you do so and look inside, as in the front, Kane, you do a couple of knocks. You watch as a strange... When I say strange, I mean by strange in the standard of what you've seen here. A man that looks to be double his bulk in the top half of his body, and half of it in his lower.
What?
red suspenders keeping up his pants that are tightly fitted to his legs, with no shirt, a lot of chest hair apparent, and the biggest twirl of a handlebar mustache you think you've ever seen in your life.
Pretty much like a Russian bodybuilder sort of thing, like old style, doing press-ups on the whole.
Did you just describe the boss from Sonic the Hedgehog?
I'm thinking Boris from Don't Starve.
Close to that, yeah.
Wait, so did he open the door?
That was muted. Scram sees him moving to the door as in front of the door it swings open. I ain't buying any! He closes the door.
Just, I'm gonna look defeated for a second, like, really? Sir, we're here, we're trying to find survivors of this town. You seem to be in alright shape compared to others.
Another thing about this guy, he's like 4'10".
Oh my god.
Is this our first dwarf?
Sir, could you
all the
please
windows
open the
blacked out.
door?
He sighs. That you can hear from the other side of the door as he opens again and just crosses his arms. His no shirted top half seeming to have no effect in the cold.
Just gonna kind of squint at him. Are you aware of what's been happening in this town? You don't seem at all affected.
I'm pretty affected when people come knocking on my door all the time and don't let me enjoy my privacy.
Well, they're all dead now, so
Good!
you
They
don't have to
probably
worry about
deserve
that
it.
anymore. That was supposed to be sarcastic, but he didn't catch it, I guess.
I'll glance back at Lisa, like, hopefully she's not offended by this guy too much.
She actually, looking at Lisa, looks to be more worried about her surroundings than what you guys are conversing about currently. Still seeming a little worried about being in the open.
So, do you know about the mist or the creatures that have been attacking?
What, the storm? What about it?
Do you ever leave this house?
Why would I leave my house?
I've cast Detect Magic.
And you got nothing from it. Minus what you already know.
There's nothing magical about this man, his house,
Nope.
anything within 30 feet. Or 15 feet, sorry.
Nothing in 15 feet.
Nothing's attacked you or anything? No creatures breaking in?
I had to plant a nice right hook in some of those people wearing those masks a couple of days ago when they wouldn't leave me a damn alone. Do I have to do the same to you?
Please don't.
Good.
How are you? You?
Are you just yelling that from the other side of the house?
Yeah, pretty much. Just got face against the window.
What the? He turns and sees the random. That's a random scram. And what's this about?
We're looking for survivors of this town. It's been afflicted by a plague, followed by an invasion of creatures.
That eat people. But you apparently seem to not attract them, despite your bulk.
hasn't even been affected by the... I'm assuming you eat just fine.
Do you have your own stock of food? And do you...
No. I haven't had
What
to
do you-
eat for about 20 years.
What?
You don't. What?
What?
What about it? Kind of just like looks like raising his eyes, showing emphasis on his mustache as it twirls back and forth.
What do you mean you haven't eaten for 20 years? What are you?
Human!
Sorry to disappoint, but humans have to eat.
Well, duh, they have to eat. I don't need to anymore.
Why?
Why
Why
not?
is that?
Are you gonna come around?
Yeah, I said that. I'll walk around to the front door.
Okay, cool. Now you feel magic coming from it.
Oh, shit.
You weren't close enough, I guess.
Yeah. Sort of like nudge Annalise. Fucking stinks of magic.
His whole body or something he's wearing?
Him. Like, is it everything on him, or is it just like localized bits? I'd like to focus my detections.
Like, did you say that loud enough for everyone
Yeah.
else to hear? He stinks of magic.
No.
Okay.
Meant as it like just an aside to Annalise and I guess Vanna.
As you focus, it seems to be coming from one of his closed fists that are wrapped tightly against his arm.
Sir, do you have a ring?
You want to see it?
Please.
Oh,
Don't
then,
punch me though.
then don't ask
got an
something
older
that's
bro-
not your business.
Well, it's magic, innit?
Well, obviously.
Is that why you don't have to eat?
Have you not gone to school, boy?
No.
You know what?
School, what's that?
This guy.
No,
This
what
guy's,
fish one?
This guy is very
Abrasive.
Yeah, he's very abrasive. So I'm gonna use my ability, Emissary of Peace.
Oh my
So
You
I'm gonna-
complicate out.
I'm gonna try to use my persuasiveness to calm him down. 21. I say, please, sir, we're trying to help you. Do not. We do not mean ill will. Understand, okay?
He kind of just grumbles as he just gestures you to guys to come in as he walks back into his house.
I'll glance over at Scram and Vannon and like, I don't really think I want to step foot in there.
How does it smell?
Like cinnamon.
How does it smell?
Like cinnamon? Delicious.
I'll motion Lisa over so that she can step in.
Yeah, if everyone's hesitating, I'll go on first.
Ladies first.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention. Yeah, it shows slight conjuration aura coming from his fist.
Yeah, cool.
But as she moves, she kind of like moves close to you, hugging onto your arm and just keeping an eye on a swivel, or head on a swivel, still worried.
Vannon's gonna like walk around looking for signs of creatures or break-ins or whatnot.
Go ahead and roll. Actually, you don't even need to roll. As you walk around his house and just keep a cursory look, You just see piles similar to like the ash pile you created when you killed that creature, just like littered on the side of this guy's house.
What?
So he's been killing.
Or maybe it's something that.
So you
kills them.
have been attacked by the creatures, and you've dealt with them yourself.
No, I haven't been attacked. I attacked them.
Oh,
I like this old man.
is he old? Is he actually old?
Is he old?
As you give him a look over, it's kind of hard to tell. He kind of looks like a mutant. Wait,
Yeah.
Okay, he's old.
He's definitely older than 20, you assume.
As nonchalantly as I can, I'm going to try and run a hand over like his head to see if he's an illusion of a taller person.
You're just gonna touch his head.
Yeah, you run it
No,
over.
not anywhere near his head, like a solid foot above it. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you do so, and he like reflexively brings his hand up and smack yours. You don't feel anything over it. And what do you think you're doing?
Checking for demons.
Crazy gray titan. He just like grumbles.
That's actually a compliment.
Does he turn his back to me as he grumbles?
Yes.
Quickly, just with the staff.
Once again, you don't feel anything. So
If
as you
you are
guys,
so adept at killing these things, why haven't you been helping your fellow townsfolk?
it's not my job.
What is your job?
Thought you'd never ask. He says as he moves away from like in the entryway of his house and goes off to the side. It's a 2-bedroom house, like a kitchen and a living room that's also his bedroom. As he like scrounges through something, as he brings out a small little trophy. Why don't you take a gander at this?
I squint at
what does it look
to see
like?
what it is.
It looks like a plaque with a rock on top of it, and carved in the rock is the year of... Oh, I forgot the year that I put in this game, but it was 2 years ago. Pit fighting champion, Sarandel.
No.
So you fight for money.
No, I fight for sport.
Must be a lot of sport at the moment.
There won't be much left if all the rest of the townsfolk are gone. How are you going to win any fights?
None of these people in here were a good fight anyway. Traveled all the way down to Grotto to get that, I did.
So,
Yo, this guy's lanky.
He's not. He's like 4'7" or something, isn't he?
he's a mutant.
Venom will look to Kane and say, "Can I speak to you outside a moment?"
I'll nod and follow you.
I see two options here. We either leave him be because he seems to be able to handle himself against the creatures, or you pull rank on him and force him to help. And as someone who usually advocates the fact that you shouldn't pull rank on people, I kind of feel strange even saying it, but if this man should have been helping, and it irritates me that he probably could have saved a lot of lives instead of sitting here doing nothing about this.
Perhaps we can convince him. And I will go back inside and I will ask this Sir Randall. Sir, you said that you fight for sport, right?
You got that right, he says, sniffing his, sucking up snot and rubbing it against his nose.
Wouldn't you like to fight a whole bunch of those creatures? That's quite a challenge. A whole horde of them.
I'll have more challenge punching wet bags than these creatures.
Even several at once.
All you gotta do is punch them on the solar plexus and they go down in a second.
Is that so?
Yeah. Right up there underneath their chest.
Say, like, how many do you reckon you could fight before they overpowered you?
Ain't nothing on this side of the sun that can overpower me, boy.
Brilliant. I'm gonna level with you. World's sort of being ripped apart by demons at the moment, and this town's full of blood-sucking, wall-melty things. Do you wanna help?
What's in it for me?
Glory?
Glory.
I don't want no glory. I want something that
Okay,
I can
good.
show off.
I'll get you a trophy.
How big? He looks
I'm
at
sure
you like
there's a
quickly.
trophy
It's
involved
to the
here
point
somewhere.
like his head almost breaks. It's like, how big?
Help us
Have
clear
a
out this town
statue
out.
erected in your name.
It'll be bigger than you. We'll stick it in the center of town on a pillar of stone. It'll be glorious.
It will be plated in gold.
Shake on it! Shake on it! He's like looking for someone to shake. Shake! Someone shake!
I'll do it. I'll shake on it.
Sebastian just shakes happily, like no idea
Yeah.
what's happening.
He thrashes your arm to the point like he almost breaks it out of his socket. Look, he swore on it! He swore! You saw it! Oh, you saw it! I'll get me a
Yeah,
statue
yes,
if I
I saw
help.
Yes.
Sir Randall the Stout.
Has a nice ring to it.
Right,
I want it big!
he'll be bigger than you.
Will be a foot for every one of these creatures you kill from here on.
His eyes go wide again as he holds his hand out to you, like almost thrusting it at you. Shake on it!
I shake on it.
And even for your strength, he actually has pretty good grip.
Well, I matched his grip, because fuck this guy.
Really now? Let's go!
No! I don't wanna.
Uh-oh.
Pose
Are we
strength
rolling
check, let's
athletics?
go!
Oh,
Yeah,
strength, that's
athletics
fine.
works too. Athletics works.
Athletics are... Okay, whatever. This is not gonna go well.
Probably not.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
know, look at that. This is what happens when I'm out of combat.
Rip Kane's arm.
I'm only trying to match his strength.
And then it doesn't even matter.
Right.
Yeah, I figured.
So he shakes your hand to the point where you try to keep face, but after a couple of seconds of like, this pitted battle between two men, eventually you buckle.
Pitted battle.
That's 1 foot for every single one of them I kill.
Yep.
Done and done! As he just runs out the house.
Oh my god. I kind of want to follow, so I'm gonna follow.
Just
Well,
looks around
that's
confused.
one way to do it, I suppose.
Not what Vannon expected at all.
It
Right.
works-ish.
Kyler's
I
asking,
suppose we should keep up with him.
Kyler's asking, are we gonna get involved if he starts a fight, or we're just gonna watch?
But
I might just watch.
we'll let him have one target. If there's multiple targets, we shouldn't just stand there and watch him get overwhelmed.
Alright, let's see how capable he is. Kane's got his hands plated in metal. Saw him wince. Could be quite a show.
I suppose.
Let's go.
As you all begin to head out, is that everyone?
Yes.
Cool beans. I need him.
Probably call after him and say, we should probably head towards the church. That might be where most of them are. Maybe give him some sort of direction.
You know that for sure!
Well, Lisa seems to think that's where more of them will be.
Good! He runs in that direction.
Oh boy.
If you're gonna hire a battering ram, you might as well give him a direction to go.
So, as he begins to chug-a-lug-a-lug, Vannon and Sebastian. Yes. You two are the only one able to keep up with him.
Excellent.
Monk levels, does he?
Yeah.
I guess it could be barbarian levels too.
But yeah, the rest of you guys, he is in a full sprint, and while he's running, eventually you guys begin to taper off as Sebastian and Vannon look to be the only ones that can really keep up with his movement.
Okay. Well, I'm heading towards the church. I'm making sure Lisa can stay with us. Keep up with us.
Yeah, if she's feeling weak, I'll just scoop her up and put her on my shoulder or something.
She's moving at the same pace as you guys, but it looks like she's moving with far much more fatigue than the rest of the group is.
Yeah, I'll just pick her up and carry her. I'm guessing she won't put me over my encumbrance of like 2,000.
But as eventually the front three make it to the churchyard, as you see these black soot-covered gates of iron circling a large building that, unlike the church in Frelia, this one comes from something like a horror movie, as you see ruined mass of like broken windows, a door that's permanently broken shut from some form of blunt trauma, and the eerie sign of pyre ash among pyre ash littering the entire inside of the building.
This is the church.
They did it inside?
And inside
Worst-
of the
Worst church ever.
inside of the
Yeah.
churchyard.
No wonder their town's haunted.
Yeah.
I'm looking out for any signs of creatures. Or people, for that matter. Movement, yes. Any signs of movement.
As you keep a eye out, you look, your head on a swivel. No visible signs of movement, though you keep an eye over your shoulder. It looks like the rest of the group is less than a minute and a half away from your guys' initial run here. Though, before you have a chance to really make a comment or thought on that matter, the sound of iron squeaking open erupts in your ears as you look towards Randall, who seemed to just burst in with no worry in sight. Which, in the progress, you begin to notice the ash piles make movements that are subtle, but it's definitely movements that weren't there before.
And how close is Sebastian to the ash in relative to me?
Technically, you guys are equal distance because you guys haven't walked in yet. So Randall's the only one that's actually going in.
And I'll make sure to land with Sebastian and say those ash piles are moving beyond the ready.
I'll nervously pull out my quarterstaff in anticipation for anything that might pop up. Just making sure, can't be too safe.
He begins to move in approximately 50 feet in. Well, wait until I'm old. Come on.
Look to the ash piles. They seem to be moving. Lisa warned us that they come out of the ash piles.
You gotta wait till they come out anyway. He says as he rubs his fist against his nose and holds out his arms, turned backwards so his knuckles are facing his face, and starts to roll them back and forth in a old-timey boxer-like manner.
Like a fighting Irish stance.
Yeah. Which around this time, you notice 3 of the piles become rife with movement, as, much to what you saw before, 3 of those razor-sharp teeth creatures appear from the ashes, with size that's impossible for the amount of ash that's there. They lumber forward, making rasped sounds and inhales as their heads turn to face Sir Randall. With that, we're going to take a break.
Already?
Oh,
Yep.
all right.
So, thank you guys for watching. We're going to take a small break and be back for our last part of... I almost said Empire of the Lost.
No.
Yeah, that's not this week. Well, yeah, actually it is this week, but it's not right now. But last part of Heart of Ruin. So, we'll see you guys soon to see the fate of Sir Randall and the monks. Talk to you soon. Peace.
All right.